Hey nerds, I'm reviewing and breaking down episode 6 of Only Murders in the Building, season 4, titled Blow Up. Yet another movie reference, this time Michelangelo Antonioni's 1966 classic Blow Up. Let's see how this experimental episode plays out as our trio inches closer to solving the case. Welcome back to the Nerd Social. I'm Nathan. As always, if you want to skip ahead of this intro to my analysis or rating, check the chapter links below. So, the 6th episode of Season 4 should debut on Hulu on October 1st. This episode plays with a typical episode structure and uses a familiar voiceover framing device, but there are some choices that don't entirely land. Let's dive into it. The spoiler-free logline for this episode is a documentary film is made by the Brothers Sisters. This episode is directed by Jessica Yu and written by Rick Weiner and Kenny Schwartz. Blow Up leans heavily into the show's quirky meta elements. It experiments with structure and visual storytelling, though the eccentricities of certain characters, like the Brother Sisters, may not land for everyone. At this point in previous reviews, I've gone through all the main cast and additional players, so I won't do that again here. However, there is a link above to a playlist of those reviews. Alright, tuck in while we do some deeper analysis on this episode. So episode 6, Blow Up, is an experimental episode, much like the season 1 episode, The Boy from 6B. However, I found the episode less compelling compared to that fan favorite episode. While the experimental structure and framing device do tie into the episode's title, just as every episode this season has been a movie reference, it feels more like a distraction than an effective storytelling choice, especially given the shocking cliffhanger from the previous episode. The episode uses voiceover framing device that mirrors the format of a podcast, which is a staple of Only Murders in the Building. However, the real twist comes from the experimental nature of the episode, centered around the Brother Sisters documentary filmmaking. Unfortunately, Trina and Tawny as characters are not as interesting or compelling as previous experimental episode subjects like Theodemus. In season 1, the sisters come off more as annoying than endearing, and their eccentricities don't have the same charm. In terms of the murder investigation, this episode does add a few more clues than the previous episode, and there are a couple revelations culminating in a shocking revelation at the end of the episode. Unrelated to the case, there are some interesting character developments, though discussing who is involved would spoil key plot points from the episode. Without giving too much away, these moments add emotional weight, but don't overshadow the overall plot. The show's trademark quirkiness is on full display in this episode, especially the Brother Sisters, who are frankly a bit much for me. I was tempted to give this episode a 6 on our scale, simply because of how grating Trina and Tawny can be. However, the episode redeems itself with a shocking ending that keeps the stakes high and leaves you wanting more, amazingly one-upping the gunshot cliffhanger from episode 5. The experimental structure of the episode may not be to everyone's taste. It takes some creative risks, but those risks don't always pay off, especially with the focus on the Brother Sisters. Still, the pacing of the episode is solid and manages to ramp up the tension with revelation after revelation, culminating with that shocking ending. So, in my final analysis, Only Murders in the Building season 4 episode 6 earns a dinner party rating, 7 on a scale, and if you're unfamiliar with her scale, it is below. While the experimental format and focus on the Brother Sisters may not be for everyone, the episode manages to keep the stakes high and deliver a truly shocking ending. It's a solid installment, though not as strong as some of the season's previous episodes. Still, if you're following along with the mystery, this one is a must watch as we get closer to the season's end. Have you been watching Only Murders in the Building season 4? What do you think of episode 6? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and share and subscribe for more in-depth analysis of film and TV. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Bye.